Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Houston Texans have signed Silas Bolden. As a Houston Texans fan who's also a Longhorns fan, I love this signing for the practice squad for the Houston Texans to bring in Bolden. Great special teams guy, good speedy guy as well. And watching him with the Longhorns last year, I think he could be a really good addition for this Texans team, as a guy who could help out in special teams with kick and punt returning. He had 300 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown last year with the Longhorns. And he also had 800 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns with Oregon in 2023. But like I said, this guy is a really good punt returner. Last year with the Longhorns, he had 30 punt returns for 315 punt return yards for 1 punt return touchdown. So a speedy guy, who is great on special teams, and I think he could be a really good addition for the Texans. Look, I think they've got a bunch of guys who can do well in the special teams unit right now. I really like Braxton Berrios out there as the kick and punt returner guy. I think Jalen Knoll is also another guy who could do well for this Texans team in that area. The Texans also have Tremont Smith, who is a cornerback, but has done well in kick and punt return units. So they've got a lot of guys, but if guys get banged up potentially, I think the Texans have a really nice special teams guy who can also play wide receiver on the practice squad. Right now, that guy for them is Braxton Berrios. He can play wide receiver for them. He can play special teams, and Berrios is a great guy to have. If anything happens to Berrios, you've got Bolden on the practice squad. I like this addition for the Texans. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace out.